Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me for another video. I hope that you are enjoying Vlogmas so far, and I hope that you guys are getting excited for Christmas. Speaking of, today I want to talk to you about some wasteful things that I won't be buying this Christmas period, and hopefully just to inspire you to be a little bit more sustainable when you are thinking about Christmas presents and just having a bit more of a sustainable Christmas. Obviously no shade if you do any of these things, like it is one time a year, but it is one of the most wasteful times of year. So just to help you be a little bit more conscious, I'm going to share with you some of the wasteful things I won't be buying. So grab a cup of tea and let's get straight into this video. So the first thing is going to be single-use wrapping paper, and it is because it's used one time and then wasted. And so many wrapping paper can't actually be recycled because it's lined with things, or we spill food or mulled wine or delicious things on it. No, but seriously, I am not going to be buying any single-use things just because I find that actually you can have so many more beautiful wrapping paper that is multi-purpose, is something that you can reuse time and time again, is actually, it can give you a kind of sensory feeling when you have something that's like a vintage silk scarf, for example, or just to have something that was waste and you're giving it a new life. So I'm not going to be using single use, and also you can get really kind of creative with wrapping paper, that old newspaper for example, and you can get amazing headlines, or you could use a magazine or something. But you should definitely check out, I'm going to be doing an eco-friendly gift wrapping video. I will make sure to link that. Oh no, I haven't made it yet. It will be in the next couple of days. But yeah, single use, for example, is just one of the most wasteful things because you're using it literally one time. And you have to think about all the resources that have gone into creating that wrapping paper in the first place. I have nothing against wrapping presents, of course. Just try and find something that's reusable, and sometimes that ends up being more beautiful. I even have some old brown paper that has these amazing characters on that I had a lampshade wrapped in when I bought it several years ago, and I kept that so that I could reuse it to give to someone else because it's actually really beautiful. So single-use wrapping paper. The second one is presents I'm not sure that people actually want. Apparently there are 60 million gifts, unwanted gifts, that are given every year, and only half of them are actually given back to stores. Like, that is wild to me. And just to think about having, you wasted your time and your money, and so many of those gifts, no doubt, will sit in the back of people's cupboards, and you just won't be able to get any value out of them if it's something that you don't want, but you just can't be bothered to take it back to the store. And sometimes the stores won't resell that item if it has even a little bit of an imperfection, and they'll just like throw it away because you've opened it and then you decided I don't want it, I'll take it back. And that is a massive, massive shame and a massive waste. And you can mitigate this so easily just by having a conversation or saying to people, please can you all submit your wish lists or things like that. Like me and my family, for example, are doing Secret Santa this year. So we only have one person, so we can get one person a really nice present that they actually want. And they've given us a wish list so that we can actually be sure they'll get a lot of value out of that item. Even if it's not the most sustainable, if they're going to use that item for a really long time and get the most use out of it, that is still a win in my eyes. So please make sure you're buying people things, if you are buying people gifts, something that they actually want and will use, or just get them an experience instead that they will actually go and do. The next one, and I really hate these, are gag presents. So many times when you do the £5 Secret Santa at work, you end up buying a gag present because you're buying it for someone that you don't really know much about. And I honestly hate these because people will genuinely use them a couple of times or even one time, and then they'll never use them again. They'll go in the bin, the recycling bin, or they just will sit in one of your kind of miscellaneous drawers that you have full of stuff that you don't particularly like. So my way around this is, when I worked in an office a couple of years ago, I remember having a conversation with the CEO about this book that he really, really, really loved. And I was thinking, wow, that sounds like such an amazing book. And he ended up having me as his Secret Santa, or the other way around, sorry, and he got me that book for my Secret Santa. So it ended up being something that I could use and then pass on or keep on my bookshelf or donate to a charity shop or give to a friend, etc. I always think consumables are so much better than just giving wasteful things that people will not use. Seriously, get them chocolate, get them a £5 gift card to some, I don't know, it doesn't have to be that personal, or just have a conversation. But gag presents are so wasteful and I honestly hate them. The next one is traditional food that people don't actually like at Christmas time. I personally love mince pies. They are phenomenal. But so many people don't like them, and you end up making these extra things, or like Christmas cake or Christmas pudding, or you buy these extra trimmings that you just actually feel like you should have but you don't particularly love, and that ends up in massive food waste. And that is one of the worst things. That I just hate food waste so much, because you think about all the resources or the energy from the farmers, or everyone in that supply chain, just wasting that food at the end and it not even being eaten. I think that is just, it's just such a shame. Maybe think about not buying or making those kind of traditional foods at Christmas time, especially here in the UK, that you don't actually like, or people, your family don't like. Or if you do like Christmas cake, for example, but only 2 of you out of 7 like it, maybe make a little one. A little one. On the same vein as food, I'm not going to be buying too much food. There are so many things that I really wanted to bring to Christmas this year, to have like these extra special kind of vegan dishes and stuff like that. And of course, I'm still going to be bringing them. And I'm going to be bringing some vegan Prosecco and some vegan Baileys, but only because I know that they are going to be eaten. Sometimes we just get too excited and we just get so much food. And then we don't ensure we store those leftovers properly, and again, food goes to waste. So it's such a great idea to make a proper plan, ensure you know how many people are coming, maybe have a little bit extra for guests that you think might or hope are coming and you're not quite sure, but just planning properly and ensuring that you're not buying too much food and you have plenty of people, especially on Boxing Day, to actually eat those leftovers as well, or send people home with that food as well. It's really important that we don't waste food, because it's such a valuable resource and it's such a privilege to have such healthy food at our, in our grasp. Then as Christmas time, there's no reason to take that for granted and to waste it. So please eat all your food if you buy a lot. And the last one is a Christmas party outfit. I will not be buying a new one this year, because Christmas outfits especially seem to be these outfits that people only wear one time to this one party, and then they feel like they can't wear it again. And there are so many other good options for Christmas parties. Also, some people won't even wear the same one to every Christmas party they go to, even though there are different people at each party. I find that wild, because who cares? But this year I decided to borrow everything. So I borrowed dresses from people, jumpsuits from people, from my friends, from my sister, etc. And also, if you want to rent one, the Her Collective is a really great way to rent dresses and things like that. It's HURR, and you get it for like a fraction of the price of what it would be like to buy it, because some of these things are just outrageously expensive. And then you get to borrow something and you get to give it, an outing and feel like you've got this new outfit and feel amazing, but you're not necessarily having to buy something new, which is really unaffordable, especially at this time of year, and it's much more sustainable as well. You can also go out and buy a second-hand outfit. So I bought one earlier this year for a wedding, and I probably will be wearing that one this Friday when I go out to a pretty fun event that I'm going to. So reusing, I think we should really get into the habit of reusing or renting or borrowing, because it's such a great way to save money and be more sustainable at this time of year. Anyway, that's it from me. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it inspired you to be a little bit more sustainable and have a lovely Christmas time. I'm getting really into the festive season, and it's just a joy to spend so much time on here chatting to you guys for Vlogmas. If you have any other videos you really want to see during this Vlogmas period, please put them in the description below, because I would love to have your input and your ideas. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys very, very, very soon. Well, tomorrow. Bye.